Hello, N4H&H here with the Yaesu FTdx5000MP. Just another opportunity to show you something here. There's a net going on 7240. And let me show you what's going on. 2 kilohertz below it. I'm going to pan over here to where you can see the DSP for receiver A. Remember, that's receiver B's DSP. So I've got the mute tuner engaged, shift, and a narrow width, and now you can hear it. And I mean, without those tools, it would really be impossible to try to pull anybody out of this net. So again, let me re-engage. I'm narrowing the width. I'm at 150 or 1.5. Get back down there. There we go. 1.5 IF width. I'm going to kick in the mute tuner and let me reset it to default. That's a variable preselector. Remember, it's even more narrow than a bandpass filter, so it's movable. And then icing on the cake with shift. Trying to find the noise again. They must not be transmitting. Tuner. I'll turn on the notch filter just in case, the auto notch right here. Yaesu calls it DNF, digital notch filter. Okay, yeah, it's still there. I wasn't sure if the interference was still there or not. So there you go. Tools in a modern amateur radio HF transceiver that will help combat interference from 2 kilohertz away. Now, like I've told you before, don't worry about the S meter. It's going to drop because, I mean, the mute tuner is attenuating signal, but it's attenuating the interference more than it's attenuating what I want to hear. So, but I will tell you, one of the greatest inventions is shift. Let me turn it off. When the let me widen it back out again and turn off the mute tuner. Hear that high pitch? When the pitch of the interference is high, you want to shift, or you got to narrow your width, of course, and then hit shift, and you want to go negative shift. Because see, if you go positive, you're going to hear the interference. So that's the rule of thumb. If the interference is high pitch, go negative with your shift. There we go. I've shown this along the way in other videos, but had an opportunity this morning with some good solid signals 2 kilohertz away to be able to show you that. So I hope someone out there found that informative and helpful. You can do that with other radios. This just happens to be the FTdx5000MP from Yaesu. It does have the mu tuner, the mu symbol, or MU as it's often spelled in marketing, dash tuner or mu tuning preselector. That is an external device. If I did not have that hooked up, the radio still has something like it built in called VRF, variable RF. Now that's not a common feature on many transceivers. The Yaesu radios, some of them have it. The FTdx5000MP has it. The FTdx101D and 101MP. Kenwood's TS990S has a somewhat form of it, but you don't have the infinite adjustment like you do on the Yaesu. I almost bought a 990S. I walked in to buy a 990S, and I wound up buying this radio. But it's crazy. My dream rig was a 990S. But I found the receiver on this radio to just to be the best of everything that I tried in the store over a period of months. So other than the mu-tuning preselector, the rest of this you could do with most modern HF transceivers. Again, the variable preselector, is what that is. More narrow than the bandpass filter, so it's movable within the band. The idea is not necessarily to center it up on who you're listening to, but to move it to the side opposite of where your interference is and knock them down. Of course, you're going to knock down who you're listening to, but you want to get to the point where you can still hear the person you're trying to receive, but you've knocked the interference down. Of course, you use that in conjunction with shift and width here. And again, shift width, that's available on just about any radio you can buy now. I can't imagine one without it. And then I was running the DNR, the digital noise reduction. I just tend to run that all the time, up, anywhere from 3 to 5 to get rid of the hash. Okay, so I hope someone found this helpful and informative. I appreciate you watching the video. Thank you for the support of my channel, especially thank you to my Patreon supporters. I really do appreciate you. And as a matter of fact, I've got something coming up really special for my Patreons. And if you'd like to become a Patreon, go to www.patreon.com/N4HNH. That's Patreon, patreon.com/N4HNH. And I do appreciate any amount that you would be willing to share each month. There are 3 levels of participation. An associate, an executive, and a VIP Patreon, $5, $10, and $20 per month. If you like this type of content and operating tips. Once in a while, I will also venture out into other subjects, antenna theory and transmit audio, various different things. But this channel is mostly centered around operating techniques. So thanks a lot for watching, and hey, please do like the video if you will. That costs you nothing and helps out the channel. And I would also ask you to please consider subscribing to the channel. And if you do, click the bell so you'll be notified when I upload the next video. Thanks again for watching, and 73 from N4HNH.